Yeah, John-a-log. That's the kind of wordsmithery you're going to get here. Before we get started, I wanted to say one thing. So in the past year, I have made, this will be my third podcast, I think, that I've created. It's something that I do because I hate myself a little bit, but also I do it when I'm bored or when I need to be distracted from something. Right now, I need to be distracted from something. So I'm making this, and I wonder to myself if this is like a definition of insanity thing, if this is, you know, just continuing to do the same thing over and over again and getting the same result, or is it getting back up on the horse? Because it could be that too. It could be that too. It really depends on your outlook. Anyway, the whole point of this show was to take the work that I do during the week, which is I work as a media personality and a reporter for a local media company, and to take all of the stuff that I do, local news and all the news and events, and kind of compile it into one bite-sized thing, the spark notes of what's going on in this area. So hopefully this accomplishes that goal. And if you're watching right now, you're probably a friend or family member of mine. And if so, hi, thank you, appreciate it. But maybe you are also someone who has enjoyed some of the work that I've done in local media around here. So I hope you enjoy this as well. With that being said, let's get this show started. This is Live and Local. Doey Joey!
Joey!
How you doing, baby? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, my good friend?
I'm doing real good. Thank you for doing this with me. Yeah. I appreciate it. I know that some of this and some of the show that I described might be a little bit out of your wheelhouse.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We're gonna find out.
We'll see where my wheel lives.
If you don't know Doey Joey, this man right here, he is the consummate MC. He is the MC of like all of Lower Fairfield County. He is the man to go to if you want to party. He is the man you want to go to if you need a soundtrack, which I did, and the beats you are hearing are in fact his. But he's also a wordsmith. He is he's a funny man. He's an intelligent man. He's a kind man. You are a kind man, and you're on your phone.
I'm not texting. It's notes. It's notes. I swear. It's information about you. I did my research before I came in. That way, I would be up to date.
I promise you this doesn't have to be that heavily researched, although now that you mention it, I actually need to bring out some notes of my own. Because I did, man, I wanted to talk about the news with you. I wanted to talk about news and events that have been going on in this area. You read a lot of local news? You watch a lot of local news?
Oh, so much.
So much.
Lots of reading daily.
Do you?
No.
Okay. All right. That's
Becky
okay.
handles all the
That's
reading
okay.
in our house.
That's okay. Well, in that case, then, let's get to our very first segment, which I like to call Snooze It or Lose It. Snooze It or Lose It. It's brought to you by WPKN Community Radio in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And it could be brought to you by your brand as well. Sponsorship opportunities at liveandlocalpod@gmail.com. You can email me. But the point of this is to basically look at a whole bunch of local news stories, a whole bunch of things that have happened within the last week, and talk about them for 1 minute. I'm going to set 1 minute on the timer, okay? And we have 1 minute to talk about that news story.
1 minute.
Yeah, that's it. And if we find it interesting, we can hit snooze on the timer. And we'll snooze it. And we'll start that again. But if we don't find it interesting, you know what we're going to do?
Get it out of here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're going to lose it. That's what we're going to do. So let's start right now with the first news story. And that is, that's government shutdown. I don't like that too much. Let's see what else we got. I know.
It's hard in the news.
It is a little bit hard in the news.
Is hard.
You know what I'm saying? All right, here, hold on. So I want to talk about the protests that took place last week. Did you go to the one in Bridgeport?
No, I did drive over the bridge though and honk my horn.
Okay.
For the homies, you know, I had a busy day.
Honking horns for the homies. Right, you had a busy day. Your day was too busy for democracy.
I just have so many kings in my life. Full work day for me.
You're a king, Doey Joey. All right, let's start this first one. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. So, Governor Ned Lamont has spoken out about the controversy surrounding State Senator Saad Anwar. Anwar is facing criticism over a photo he posted from Saturday's rally in Hartford. The senator was holding a sign featuring images of fast food and the words cholesterol, do your job. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute now. And you see, I told you didn't need a lot of prep. 1 minute on the clock. What do you think about it?
I feel like I feel like he's promoting fast food by doing this, right? Like I want fast food now.
Wait, but you get it though, right?
I mean, I see and understand the joke, but for a guy,
I kind of want you to explain the joke to me out loud so that I definitely know you understand it.
The joke being that Trump does not take care of himself and he doesn't eat healthy,
and he's hoping that the cholesterol is going to speed up that process.
Speeds it up
a little bit.
It's sad enough that it's just making me want food, you know.
I love that's what you got from it. The first thing is just like, oh yeah, dude, that makes me hungry.
Yeah, well, he's just I do appreciate a good joke, and he's in a position with his job where, you know, that's a moment. Like, you had a moment to make comedy happen, and you went with it, and you took it, and I would laugh at something like that.
Right.
I can't say that.
But do you think that the governor is laughing?
Absolutely
Our
not.
very democratic, you know.
Not publicly, at least.
No, right, exactly. Ooh, that's the timer. Doey Joey, do you want to snooze it or lose it?
We could lose it.
We can lose it?
Lose it. We could lose it.
All right, we're moving on from Saw Anwar then. The governor has asked him to apologize, but also when he was pressed on the matter, he said he wasn't that worried about it. That's basically the long and the short of it. I have a feeling that this story is going to disappear pretty soon.
He did that. He's not scared.
See?
You know?
Right. That's it.
Backing down from that.
You don't do that unless you know you're going to get away with
commitment.
Not in this political climate anyway. Ooh, okay, how about this one? In an effort, hold on, let me set the timer. There we go. In an effort to address food insecurity on college campuses, Stop and Shop is announcing $200,000 donations to the Connecticut State Colleges and Universities system. The donation includes monetary and product donations. Stop and Shop is making food packages for college students.
That's amazing.
Well, all right. Is it amazing or is it just a nice thing?
What's the difference between amazing and a nice thing?
There's a big spectrum between those two words. Come on, man.
It sounds like you're not someone receiving this food, and you might be a little bit bitter about that. You know, you got to sign up.
All right, so that's fair. That's fair. I'm mad that no one did it for me when I was in college.
They could. I mean, obviously, Stop and Shop could probably do more, and we're just waiting to find out what they did wrong.
Oh, that wasn't my take. So anyway, so this story comes from a partnership that Stop and Shop has had with the Connecticut State University system since 2019. My only thing with this story is, like, we gotta make college cheaper, and then doesn't that fix the problem?
They can feed themselves, like this, if it was affordable.
This feels like putting a Band-Aid on a gaping head wound to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, all right, you're gonna give these kids a meal, but they're still gonna have to pay $100,000 a year to go to UConn, and that's fucking in-state tuition. What's going on there?
Keep it reasonable, and they can feed themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
ramen noodles not that expensive.
Right. Let them eat ramen. Damn it.
Yeah. It's part of the college.
Doey Joey.
What I heard the college experience is like.
Doey Joey is the Marie Antoinette of college students. All right. That was a minute, and I feel comfortable losing that one.
Losing it? Okay.
Yeah, I feel comfortable losing that one. Okay, I'm gonna make it mildly serious for a quick second.
Man.
I gotta. 2 of the 8 people arrested by federal immigration officers at the Hamden car wash have been released from custody. ICE agents stormed the Optimo car wash on Dixwell Avenue last Wednesday, took 7 employees and a customer into custody. And like it said at the top of the story, 2 of those people have been released so far. I'm going to set a minute on this timer, but we live in Bridgeport, and I feel like we have thoughts on this ICE situation.
Yeah, I mean, letting people go is what's going to happen when you're not doing anything to see if they're guilty before you grab them.
I mean, is it though? Like, I think the major fear now is that people are just going to get swiped, man. Yeah, and they're just going to get swiped left, right, front, and center, and there's kind of nothing we can do about it. Have there been any in Bridgeport that you've heard of?
I know we've seen them around. People have posted them, you know, in the Facebook groups when they see them. I guess they were posted up at Illicit not too long ago.
Illicit, the Fairfield one, right down the street from
I'm
Black Rock.
Not positive, but I'm pretty sure Illicit was like, we can't tell them not to. It's a commuter lot, so. They couldn't tell them to get out of it.
Is it a commuter lot? They can't.
I think you could park there if they're going to the train station, kind of deal. I mean, it's getting closer and closer. Dixwell's not far. I used to work in Hamden. It's scary to think about. I saw the video. It was frightening.
Did you really? Because I haven't seen the video.
Yeah, they've got some videos out of it. I try to stay. You know, it's hard. You can't start your day with that stuff and think you're going to have a good day. So.
Yes, that's true. It is the start of a bad day, getting abducted by fucking ice.
Yeah. No, that's not what I... Yeah. Yes, and...
Yes, and, right.
Watching it was enough for me.
Yeah,
you know?
no. All right. Well, anyway, listen, know your rights, be safe, and, if you're someone who feels like they might be in danger of that happening to them, please, I don't know.
There's nothing that you could tell them to do,
Yeah, man. Certainly not some jabroni who looks like me. Anyway.
People are getting picked up like going to finish their paperwork up. You know,
it's a little bit scary. All right, listen. I didn't mean to make it dark at the end there, but I do feel I honest to God do feel like you got to talk about these things though, because if you don't talk about
them,
it's
happening, and you can't hide from it. It's right here.
They kind of exist in a vacuum. All right, snooze it or lose it could be brought to you by your brand. Sponsorship opportunities at just go to the email liveandlocalpod@gmail.com. All right. Steve Stafstrom, thank you for joining me.
Good to be here.
I appreciate that, especially considering that I texted you at the last possible minute like 2 days ago. And you're a busy man with a family and blah, blah, blah.
I was just impressed when I texted you at 5:15 this morning. You replied right away.
Dude, I get to work at 4:30. That's what I do. Come up on that mic a little bit. So I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to recap UI, but let's do that just for the people who are listening who may not be aware. So for it's been the last couple of years, honestly, that this has been going on. But for the last couple of months, it's been particularly dire. UI, United Illuminating, your utility company, wanted to put in these almost 200-foot electric monopoles to expand the power grid. Now, expanding the power grid is good. We like that. We have our big screen TVs. We need that. But they wanted to do it by installing these monstrosities instead of building it underground, the way that they've done in Stamford and Greenwich, and I think Norwalk has been thrown around there. Sure. So recently, the Siting Council, which decides whether or not these things are good, said that it was not. But so now, where are we in terms of these things getting installed? Is it going to go underground? Is it not? I know we spoke about this a little bit in my other job, but I kind of wanted to go over it again.
Well, let's break it down a little bit. So you started talking about sort of expanding power is good, and it is when you need to do it. The really interesting here that folks should know is this is an expansion project, but over the next 10 years, our data shows there is no need to expand. So UI is trying to get out ahead of it. And what's really the kicker here is...
So wait, hold on. So we don't need to expand our power grid.
We don't need this.
Despite the fact that that everyone's got like a fancy TV, usually 2 TVs, and the video game systems, and the kids have the iPad and all of that stuff. We actually don't need more power. So what?
Buddy, all this is doing is getting more power from up north, coming all the way down in New York City. This is helping them. It's not helping you and I.
That's interesting. All right, so what is the genesis of this? Why do it?
So the genesis of this is a couplefold. I mean, I think the real advantage here is trying to decouple the power lines off of the railroad track, which I guess there's a benefit to in terms of maintenance and ideally eventually being able to maybe reconfigure some of the railroad track and the like. But this is not an emergency situation. This is not something where all of a sudden, if we don't do this, we're not going to have enough power. We're all going to not be able to fire up our laptops and our devices, right? So
okay.
let's leave that at the door for a second, because if you actually drill down, this is a want, not a need project for UI, right?
Right.
And so we've said as communities, Bridgeport, Fairfield, we've said, look, we're willing to work with you. We're willing to figure out a way to get this project to work. And we get, this is aging infrastructure. Eventually it does have to be replaced. But do it in a way that is not as destructive to our community. And this is not about visuals. It's not about being able, I don't want to see these things up in the air or anything like that.
Yeah.
What it's about is it's 19 acres of private land that they want to take off the tax rolls.
All right, so that's something that I'm glad you brought up, because I know a big part of that was now let's talk about the tax rolls, but it's also this is people's property. This is essentially eminent domain. UI coming in and saying, okay, we need to do this. Need, being quote unquotes here. So we're going to take part of your land and you own it, but you can't really decide what to do with it anymore.
Well, and it's also land, at least from the Bridgeport perspective, that is primed for development. So you and I were down in the
downtown, right?
Downtown yesterday talking about, breaking ground on a new hotel. One of the other areas after we get done with Steel
it's Steel Point, right? No, yes, we were. Yes, just yesterday. That's right.
After we get done with Steel Point, and after we get done building the soccer stadium, and after we get done knocking down a power plant and everything else, one of the areas of town that's really prime for development is that whole West End corridor where the old Hubble site used to be, and you'd go down Railroad Avenue, and you see we're taking down the really nasty old factory building right now that's coming down. Well, what UI wants to do is put up these big monopoles right on that land that really could be developed into apartments, shopping, jobs, retail space, etc. And essentially say, you know what, we're going to restrict all that because we're going to put up these big monopoles, we're going to take them off the railroad tracks, we're going to hang these big wires, and you're not going to be able to build underneath that. It is detrimental, like extremely detrimental to Bridgeport's long-term economic success. And that's why we've been fighting so hard against it.
Well, it's interesting because speaking of the event we were at yesterday, they're redeveloping the entire east side and they want to put the soccer stadium in there, and they got the new Marriott is going in there. They got housing. They've had the AMP now for a couple of years. I mean, this is a go-to destination. Isn't that a conflict of interest for UI to be blocking more space that could be used to bring more money in? I mean, obviously they want to expand their own, they want to expand, but aren't they kind of also shooting themselves in the foot being the power contributor to the power provider for Fairfield County? Like, don't they want that expansion to keep going?
Of course, and it goes back to what you just said.
Yeah.
Right? They wouldn't do this in Greenwich. They wouldn't do this in Stamford.
Right.
But because it's Bridgeport, all right, nobody's going to care. You know what? So it's unsightly. So it takes a little bit of underutilized property off the tax rolls. You know what? It's Bridgeport. Who gives?
So it's cheaper and easier for them to do the monopole thing than to do it underground.
Absolutely.
And that's really it.
That's all it comes down to. You know what? Like, you guys will live with it. We're big bad UI. We're just going to ram it down your throats. That's been the mentality from day one.
So what happens now? They've got to create a new docket, right? They have to create a new plan.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting. I mean, I think they're going to file another lawsuit. They've already served FOIA requests on me, on the Fairfield delegate.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, UI serving you, huh?
Uh-huh. Yep. They're coming they're coming after everybody. What are they going to find? Ooh, I sent some emails to people to stand up for my constituents, and my constituents not wanting this thing shoved on top of them.
Right.
And they don't want to proverbially live under the power line. Great, UI. That's what you're going to find in the FOIA request. But I think they're going to end up challenging this again in court. And we're just going to keep fighting it. We've got the upper hand now. But yeah, eventually they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. And when they go back to the drawing board, they got to bring the communities to the table.
Okay. Now, part of the upper hand that you were just talking about was, in fact, the governor who stepped in at a certain point. And I remember when we went to the press conference, when I went to the press conference that you and all of the other, local officials were holding, rather, I should say, Heron Gaston, your Senate counterpart, I should say, said something very interesting, and I wanted to get into it for just a second.
The governor showed up. And I must tell you that when Steve Stafstrom started talking, the governor also starts listening.
I mean, that's high praise. So what's going on there? Were you the one who got the governor to get involved in this situation in the first place? And what's the nature of your relationship there? What's Senator Gaston talking about?
Well, look, I mean, I think a lot of people were reaching out to the governor saying, look, Gov, this is a big issue in Bridgeport. It's a big issue in Fairfield. Those are two of the larger communities in the state. This is not just a local NIMBY fight. We really need you to step up and look at the long-term economic development potential of Bridgeport. I mean, I've worked very closely with the governor on a number of economic development initiatives in Bridgeport, some of the ones we just mentioned in particular. And I explained to the governor, look, this is something where I know you believe in Bridgeport. I know you believe Bridgeport can and should be an economic driver for the state of Connecticut. Don't let UI block that.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just saying it sounds like you had a little something special that everybody else didn't have.
Well, I just happened a couple days before the governor or at another event on something unrelated, and we had a pretty good conversation about it.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to let you be coy and just assume you're just very good at your job for right now.
I'll take it.
Okay. The one last thing I wanted to ask was I saw someone complaining about you on Facebook the other day.
What did I do
and
now?
I will first of all have it be known that I came to your defense immediately. But I heard a rumor, and this could be completely unsubstantiated, but I've got you here, and we both live in Black Rock, so I wanted to ask you about it. they're talking about, they were concerned about, this person was concerned about, I don't need the phone, I remember it, cutting off one of the lanes on Fairfield Ave, turning it into diagonal parking, and then metering that parking. Now, if you live in Bridgeport and Black Rock, you know how central Fairfield Avenue is and how nuts it can be with two avenues anyway.
So don't get your news. From Facebook is first and foremost. Because
absolutely, but I do wonder if there's like where this rumor could have started.
All right, so. For a number of years now, the Black Rock NRZ has been working on a potential road diet situation to Fairfield Avenue. And the idea is to look at Fairfield Avenue holistically.
Road diet is what it sounds like, right? Just slimming down the road.
Right. And the idea is to look at it and say, you know what? Right now, Fairfield Avenue is just an absolute racetrack for people getting off of 95, trying to cut through and avoid traffic. It's not local people on the road. It's people getting off. And so what a lot of communities have done is they've said, look, if we do one lane of traffic in each way with a center turn lane so that you don't have a center median, you can add more parking, you can add bike lanes, you can add a number of ways for people to get from point A to point B without it being just a racetrack. It becomes more of a downtown feel, and it actually speeds up the ability for local traffic to get where it needs to go without people using it as a state cut through off of 95. And so DOT's been looking at it. Nothing's final, nothing's funded, there's no shovels going in the ground yet.
Sure.
But it's the way most progressive communities are going, and Black Rock should be on board with it.
Now, is that going to come with parking meters though?
No parking meters. I don't know where the parking meter thing came from.
I love that. That's the central. That was really my one thing. Because I'll tell you what, my mom lives on the corner of Brewster and Fairfield Ave, and when they did that construction that added the bumper, it was like the greatest thing that had ever happened. Because I would park in front of her house and be terrified that someone was going to take my mirror off literally every single day of the week.
So this is what we're talking about. Is so you'd pull out the center median where all the trees are. And if you think
it doesn't make sense for that to be there anymore.
And if you think about
anyway,
Fairfield Ave now, you almost can't get two cars next to each other going side by side down the road because there's people parked, the lanes are too narrow. Yeah. It's not designed to be a 4-lane road. It really should be designed as one lane in each direction with a center turn lane so that, if you're going down the road, you don't have to wait for somebody to turn left. They're in the middle lane turning, and you still have a lane of traffic to go.
Steve Stafstrom, thank you so much, man.
No problem.
I do appreciate it.
Good to be here.
Absolutely.
What's the buzz? What's happening? What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Wait, what am I talking about?
The buzz.
The buzz.
That is the fucking buzz.
Buzz.
Are you excited, Joey?
Bumble like a bee, huh?
I'm excited too, man. The Buzz is the part of the show where we talk about things that are coming up, things that are exciting, things that are happening in the state. Fun stuff you can go to with the buddies, right? Stuff you can bring the kids to. Also stuff you can drink copiously at as well. That's perfectly fine too. Let me make sure that I got this going on here. I do. So, Joseph, first of all, tell the person listening what you do for a living.
First off, I'm a husband, cat dad, DJ. I work with the band Residual Groove.
I was totally about to kill your mic. If you kept talking about being a cat dad, I was going to kill your microphone.
Listen, I'll pull the wallet out. I drop the photos. They flop out, you know. And I work at Park City, which is Park City Music Hall, Bridgeport, which is going to segue nicely into what's the buzz. I got something for all three of your needs.
Do you really?
I got something for the fam. I got the buddy hang, and I got the drink it out.
All right. Well, listen. Let's start with the fam because it is Halloween right now. I mean, it's not Halloween day right now, but it is late October that we're recording this. So talk to me about fun stuff for the kids.
It's happening. So I'm participating Monday the 27th. The CPC is hosting a trunk or treat, the Black Rock trunk or treat in the back parking lot at Park City Music Hall.
That's Sunday?
No, it's Monday.
That's this coming Monday.
Monday the 27th? Yeah, 27th is Monday? I believe so.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'll be there dressing up, We decorate the trunk, The kids come down. Last year we did some music. It's a good time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Maybe I should I think I should.
Yeah.
All right. No,
I've
yeah.
seen you guys got the pirate costumes from
Dude, the pirate. My son spent an entire year dressing as a pirate. An entire year. But that was when he was 3, though, and now he's 6.
Wow, time's flying. I thought that was like last Halloween in my head, but also it was summer, so
Yeah.
he did do the pirate for a long time.
Like, from 3 to 4, he was a pirate the whole entire time.
Arg, I remember my pirate years when I was 4, when I was a wee lad.
Oh my god, it actually kind of makes me want to cry a little bit. He's so big now.
Hey, we can bring it in after the show.
All right, so we got Trunk or Treat, and that's a lot of fun.
For
we
the
got
kids, for the fam, you know.
All right. Give me something that's not quite so kid friendly.
Right in the middle, Wednesday, I'll be doing movie night. We're going to be showing the original Ghostbusters over at Park City. We got the popcorn coming out.
Speaking of my kid, he wanted to go to that.
So
is the original Ghostbusters appropriate for like a 6-year-old?
So that's why I say it's on the fence. First off, what's appropriate for a 6-year-old nowadays? I don't even know. Like, everyone can get on YouTube. You tell me.
I feel like the standard has gotten higher since we were kids. Like, there's more things that are inappropriate than there are appropriate than when we were children.
Yeah, I get asked to DJ Nicki Minaj at, like, bar mitzvahs, and I'm like, no, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing a song about
Bar mitzvahs pay really well, though. Like, that's
that's
I
my
figured that out a couple
line.
years ago, and it's been great.
The moral line in the sand for me, though, is like, will I play a song about, sexual acts in front of a group of children? Probably not.
Is that what you were talking about? All right. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm good.
I misunderstood. No, don't.
Can you play WAP by Nicki Minaj? Like, your mom has got to pay me before I do anything like that,
First of all, it's by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, but that's neither here nor there.
See, because you're the 6-year-old, so you know these things.
No. All right, hold on. I want to talk about something. Now, this one's coming up a little bit later. But I want to talk, first of all, about the band One Time Weekend, because if you like, I hate calling them a jam band because they're not a jam band. The songs are long. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the songs are not long. But if you like early 2000s pop punk, if you like heavier stuff like metal, these dudes they're so good.
The new stuff's heavy. They're all great
They're
guys.
such nasty musicians, too. And they've got the Masquerade of Madness, part 3. This is the 3rd time in a year they're doing it. It's at Infinity Music Hall on December 13th. So I know I'm going out a little bit on this one.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm a dad. Like, I got to figure out what I'm doing during that time of year, and I got to figure it out now.
That's going to be a good one. Don't miss that. Have they announced the special guests? Last year they rolled out like a whole plethora of guests.
They had everybody. They had like
Luke, Kieran, everybody was there.
Erica from West End Blend was another one too. Yeah, they had a whole squad. No, they have not.
Are you getting dressed and going out or what?
I definitely want to get dressed and go
Let's
out.
do it.
I have to go out to I have to go to a work event tomorrow though, and I have to get dressed up for it. It's Masquerade of Madness for the radio station I work at. Is PKN gonna get mad if I say it out on the air? I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, it's at a listen in Fairfield. So if you hear this tomorrow when I post it, you should come too because it's gonna be madness.
Fit check. What's your fit? What are you doing?
I'm going to Spirit after work tomorrow.
Oh man.
I know.
You're so old school going to Spirit the day before.
No, right.
I ordered my stuff on Amazon this morning, and it comes tomorrow. Come on, you got to upgrade.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I should have done that.
Dude, next day delivery. Every time you see me doing a Park City skit, and I'm dressed up as like a wizard or something like that, just know that I ordered it like 48 hours before that skit happened.
All right, well, this has been The Buzz. This has been Live and Local. That is my dear friend Doey Joey right over there. And we had Steve Stafstrom on the show a little bit earlier. That's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting live and local music and events and news in your community. Thanks, Doey Joey.
Peace out.